Mm. All right, I'm back. Going to be diving back into the wonderful world of fascinating womanhood by Helen B. Andelin. We're on chapter 13, and the title of the chapter is The Domestic Goddess. As has become customary at the beginning and end of my videos, I've been sharing music with y'all, so I have a song to share with you today. This is one of my favorite songs of many years. It is by a group called Marion. They're a British group from Manchester, like our dear friend Wildheart. And they were just remarkable, released 2 albums and kind of imploded, but one of my favorite groups. So I'll put that song on and we'll wait for some people to show up and then we'll get into the reading, okay?
Oh, hey, he doesn't deserve you. If you let me into your big white house, I'll stay there for you. Oh, he has his arms around you. When I passed you and you stared at your feet, I was smiling for you. But you wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. You wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. I've really changed my mind. I'm gonna buy the pound signs in your eyes. Oh no, I've really changed my mind. I can look at you, and now I know what you like. But you wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. You wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. You wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. You wouldn't notice me if I stayed up. I was to go away, away. You wouldn't notice me.
Oh, I swear. I remember the first time I heard that song, I just was like, whoa, who is this group? They're amazing. It's like the last song on that album, too. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so Jamie Russell's here, of course. You definitely stay winning, Jamie. Yoda seems to like the song. Good to see you, Yoda. Tawi Bowie. What up, though? Logical Spark. Good to see you. Okay. You know what? I also brought over here the book I got recently. This is is this backwards? I didn't realize I was filming mirrored style. Okay, well, this is a pocket prayer book for Orthodox Christians. It's a book of Orthodox prayers that I got. Just, to help me with crafting my own prayers and to think about how to pray. I'm not always, I feel, the best at prayer, but I've been looking through it and I thought that this would be a good prayer to begin to open. So get into your favorite prayer posture and I will read this for us to open our study tonight. This is a prayer for success in studies. O Lord our God, who hast honored man with thine image divine, and endowed him with reason, and who givest wisdom to those who ask, do thou thyself now look down upon me, thy servant, and enlighten my mind, and establish my heart to receive instruction, to be diligent in study, and to achieve good success with the aid of thy divine grace. Grant that I may employ my learning unto every good work, and follow thy holy and perfect will, favorably unto thy good pleasure. For thou art our God, and to thee do we offer up glory, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and forever, and unto the ages of ages. Amen. Lovely, lovely prayers in this book. Definitely has me thinking about how I pray. All right, so we're on chapter 13 now of Fascinating Womanhood. Let's get in here. Let's learn about that Mormon witchcraft. Now, this book has been interesting. Excuse me. This chapter is titled The Domestic Goddess. So, yeah, I'm curious what's going to be in here. Obviously, this book has been pretty based thus far, and I'm wondering, what we're going to learn today. So, hello, darling. I love you. Did I wake you from your nap with that raucous music? You so good boy. What up, though, J-Do? Well, thank you for that insight, Jamie. I didn't know that. So the domestic goddess. The term domestic goddess implies something more than a clean and orderly home, well-behaved children, and delicious meals. It relates to the woman herself, indicating a glory which she has added to the home, which causes her to appear as a goddess. In other words, a woman may achieve success as a homemaker and yet fail to be a goddess. This is due to her failure to see herself as the central figure in the home with a personality which radiates to others. The domestic goddess must, of course, be successful as a homemaker, but beyond this accomplishment, darling, okay, hold up, guys, hold up. You want mama's lap, don't you, darling? You want the lap? He wants the lap. Come on up here. Come on. I'm sorry, I withheld my lap from you. Come on up here, baby. Now you're pretending you don't want it. Come on. Come on up. Come on up. Come on, baby. Hi. What a good boy. What a good boy. What a good boy. this down. Hey, who's a good boy? Mm-hmm. Hey, hey, do you love me? Do you love me? Say you love me. If you loved me, I'd be the luckiest girl in the world. Indeed he does, Jado. Indeed he does. My little darling, look at what a handsome boy you are. Hello, Claude. Welcome. Sorry, guys. I just got started, and this little one needed some loving. He's been napping. Were you napping? I saw you there. I saw you. Okay, darling. Okay, you gonna get down? I think you should get down now. If you're gonna dig your claws in me, I don't want you up on me. That hurts. How am I supposed to read if you're digging your claws in me? Guys, oh, this cat. Oh my goodness. I love you. I love you. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get the camera back up a bit here. Back on me. Oh. He stays cute. He stays cute. Okay, but okay. I've had enough of you. Thank you, love. It can, Claude. Especially when you love a sweet little kitty like I do. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. We have some reading to get through. And I think this chapter is rather long the last time I looked at it. Okay. The quality of the domestic goddess is found in our studies of Agnes, Amelia, and Déruchette. Agnes was as staid and discreet as a housekeeper, and the old house could have, was as staid and discreet a housekeeper as the old house could have. Amelia was a kind, smiling, tender little domestic goddess whom men are inclined to worship. Déruchette's presence lights the home. Her approach is like a cheerful warmth. She passes by, and we are content. She stays a while, and we are happy. Her occupation was only to live on her daily life. Hugo also compares her to a little bird, a bird transmuted into a young maiden. What could be more exquisite? Picture it in your home and call it Déruchette. The wings are invisible, but the chirping may still be heard. Sometimes, too, she pipes a clear, loud song. She flits from branch to branch, or rather from room to room, goes to and fro, approaches and returns, plumes her wings, or rather combs her hair, and makes all kinds of gentle noises, murmurings of unspeakable delight. When womanhood dawns, this angel flies away, but sometimes returns, bringing back a little one to mother. Oh my. All of these illustrations indicate a special quality beyond our usual interpretation of homemaking. It is homemaking on a celestial plane. And the woman is happy and content. She also radiates her happiness to others, giving them warmth and contentment. This she does by her presence, singing, smiles, little kindnesses as she moves about the house, and her gentle words, which are of unspeakable delight. So important does she consider her home life and making it happy that she counts it as her life's occupation. The chief ingredient seems to be that such a woman is happy herself in her homemaking role. Are women in our day happy as homemakers? Generally speaking, they are not. What are their complaints? They say there is no glory in it and little thanks, and that their duties are drudgery and monotonous. They do not feel like goddesses. Why have women failed to find fulfillment in their domestic life? It is because they have not understood its heavenly possibilities. They have thought weeds the rewards rather than flowers. Some give the bare stint of requirement, merely feed and clothe the family and sweep and dust. This, of course, requires some intelligence, but little challenge. It requires gifts of mind and spirit. However, to be a domestic goddess, to be the mother of men and women and create a haven of rest for her husband. The role of the domestic goddess is a different kind of glory than men enjoy. It is a quiet, unacclaimed honor, but it is the path to rich fulfillment and celestial love. How to become a domestic goddess? When you take the essential duties of a woman and add special feminine touches, you produce a domestic goddess. What are her essential duties? They are homemaker, mother, and wife. The following is the path to their successful fulfillment. Hello, Skip Log. Good to see you. How are you today? I take a sip of my little beverage here before continuing on. Homemaking duties. 1, housekeeper. 2, shopper. 3, cook. 4, manager of domestic money. 5, seamstress. 6, laundress. How to find happiness in homemaking. An essential quality of the domestic goddess is her ability to find joy and satisfaction in her work. This satisfaction comes as a result of her attitude towards her work and her ability to control her life's activities, as I have expressed in the following thoughts. Attitude towards drudgery. Women must face certain tasks which are not joy producers. Every occupation has its boring, monotonous tasks, and it is best to face them for what they are, a necessary responsibility. It may insult an intelligent woman to indicate she must find her joy in cleaning toilets and scrubbing floors. Her happiness comes in the overall accomplishment. Many of our duties, however, are a source of real enjoyment. Caring for children, cooking delicious meals, and cleaning the house can all be a happy experience. There are women who delight in scrubbing the floors and walls, washing clothes, and cleaning closets. Actually, little of our work is unpleasant, but when it seems so to you, it is best to face it with an honest attitude, realizing that the world's work consists of a certain amount of drudgery. Don't become crowded for time. Some housewives play too many roles outside the home and therefore find it difficult to enjoy homemaking. It may be her own special activities, such as hobbies, clubs, or public service organization, which are consuming her time. This is not to say that these things are not worthwhile, but rather to suggest that they can cause her to be crowded for time to enjoy her housework. Special activities within the home may also crowd her for time to do her more essential duties. Too much time spent browsing through magazines, watching TV, or even extensive sewing or canning often causes her to be short on time and in a last-minute rush. When such is the case, it is difficult and often impossible for her to enjoy her work. Sometimes the wife assumes part of the masculine role, causing her domestic duties to be crowded for time. She may assist her husband in his employment or even take a full-time job. When any of these outside tasks crowd her for time to do her homemaking tasks well, when she hurries through her housework just to get things done, it is difficult for her to enjoy her domestic role. If you will observe little girls as they play house, you will notice that they do not hurry to get their work finished. They enjoy it too much. They will fold and refold the little blankets, and when they have tucked them neatly around the baby's crib, they will take them all off and start over again. This is because they enjoy what they are doing, and they enjoy it because they are not crowded for time. If you find yourself saying, I do not have time to play house as little girls do, then ask yourself, what am I doing that crowds me for time? Is it more important than my joy in homemaking? Ooh. Hello, DJ on Paw. Good to see you. I do not wish to imply that we live a self-centered life in which we indulge ourselves with pleasures and comforts of our own satisfactions. Giving of ourselves in the service of others is a sacred obligation and brings us great satisfaction in return. There is nevertheless much time wasted on foolishness, and it is wise to measure each activity for its value, always placing the home duties and their enjoyment as of major importance. The woman who is happy in her work brings solace and stability to the home. Her children are warmed by her husband at peace, and both admire her for the honor she brings to her feminine role. The second mile. If you will find joy in your tasks, do them well. Going the second mile lifts the burden out of the work and makes it seem easy and enjoyable. To do well those tasks which are the common lot of all, is the truest greatness, and in return brings satisfaction and happiness. Fundamentals of good homemaking. The following will result in greater efficiency in homemaking. 1. Concentration. The management of an entire household requires concentration. Some women can't daydream and ponder problems, and at the same time expect duties will be performed with efficiency. There are specific tasks like ironing in which daydreaming is possible, but most of our work requires thought as well as hands for greatest efficiency. 2. Organization. Basic to good homemaking is that of being organized. This would include having a place for everything, a time for everything, and some type of plan or schedule to follow. I know that some women dislike rigid schedules, but lack of planning can lead to disorder, hurry, and waste of time. It is doubtful that there is anything about housekeeping so appreciated by the husband than that of a well-organized household, where the home life runs smoothly and without confusion. Some have felt that working diligently and quickly accomplishes such a goal. These virtues are important, but being organized is the secret of a successful homemaker. Time spent in organizing and planning saves hours of time in actual work. 3. First things first. Also important is the habit of putting first things first. By this, I mean concentrating on the more essential tasks, while placing as secondary those things of lesser importance. If you will list your 6 most pressing responsibilities and arrange them in order of their importance, then use it as a guide each day. It will increase efficiency. For example, 1. Appearance. 2. Good meals on time. 3. House neat and tidy. 4. Washing and ironing. 5. Imperative shopping. 6. Auxiliary things. Faithful performance of these duties in order of their importance will increase efficiency in the home. Other things of lesser importance should not be done at the expense of these greater responsibilities. There are many things which we allow to interfere with our essential home duties. Such things as talking on the telephone for long periods, spending hours of time browsing through shops, are often the cause of essential home duties being neglected. 4. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. You cannot become a good housekeeper if you live in a clutter. I refer to such things as too much furniture, too many dishes, unnecessary clothes, too many toys, and endless objects cluttering the house. Or it may be sentimental items which are handed down from generation to generation, priceless objects. but they are not priceless if they make life difficult. I do not refer to objects of real beauty which enrich our home surroundings. I only refer to those items which offer neither utility nor beauty. Work. Although you may concentrate, organize, and simplify, you will not accomplish the goal of domestic goddess if you are unwilling to work. Good homemaking requires effort, as does any noble achievement. Performing the work, however, is a boon to the woman. Work is our blessing, not our doom. It brings spiritual, physical, and mental benefits to the individual performing them. For example, a friend who had been having some emotional problems went to a psychiatrist and was given the following advice. Mrs. Jones, I'm going to tell you how to relieve your mental disturbances. Go home, take the broom, and clean the house. Although this advice cannot be applied in all cases of emotional turmoil, it does prove the value of honest labor. The faithful performance of womanly duties also brings woman inner happiness. It is the upstream swim of the great efforts of life that leads us to eternal joy. Even the physical body benefits. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. The feminine touch. A man likes a clean, well-ordered home, but he also enjoys the feminine touches which are added by the domestic goddess. 1. Cooking. I have talked to men who have long remembered their mother's cooking, especially the delicious aroma which they recall. Such things as homemade bread, onions frying, cinnamon rolls baking, arouse sentiment and appreciation. Italian and Hispanic women are known for their efforts to please their husbands' appetites. At times, they spend an entire day in the kitchen making a special recipe, which is a favorite. And I am told that these women have more gifts showered on them by their men. Interesting. 2, housekeeping. Have you ever heard the statement, you can tell a woman lives here? Telltale signs like soft pillows, a tempting bowl of fruit, a soft rug before the fireplace, ruffled curtains, and artistic pictures and ornaments reveal her feminine touch. 3, make him comfortable. A man's home is his castle. When he comes home, he might like the freedom to toss his coat on a chair, sit where he wants to sit, and lie on his own bed without concern for the spread. A woman of my acquaintance was an immaculate housekeeper. Her floors were polished and her house scrubbed, but her husband never felt comfortable in his own home. He divorced her and married a woman who made him feel more comfortable. And in comparing the two, he had this to say: the change in woman was like taking off a pair of tight shoes and putting on a pair of soft, comfortable slippers. Ooh. Hello to Zealot's Den. Good to see you. Chris, of course, I always want more gifts. Should I drop my Amazon wish list? Should I pin it in the chat? I could always use more gifts. Hello, Irish Repub, Mick Yankee 84. Good to see you as well. Okay. Allow him the privilege of stacking papers on his desk, or hanging his diplomas on his walls, or placing his shoes under the bed if he wishes. If you treat him like a king in his castle, he will treat you like his queen. Motherhood duties. 1, physical care. 2, personality development. 3, spiritual training. And 4, fun. A grave responsibility. Oh, Claude, this book was first published in 1963, and there was a whole movement around fascinating womanhood in the Mormon community. It comes out of that sort of ethic where they talk about celestial love and the celestial kingdom, you know. I heard about this book from an angry ex-Mormon feminist atheist woman. She was complaining about it, so I thought it might have something good in it, you know. And I have to say, it does have a lot of solid things in it. We're learning how to win the celestial love of a man. It's just so interesting that most of my viewers tonight are men. I don't think I've had a woman pop in and say hi yet. Seesaw loves this book, though. She's been enjoying it. The Mormies, that's right. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm a bit of a babysitter. Do you guys like me reading to you? It's nice, isn't it? I'm practicing for when I have a little pack of my own. I didn't think about it, Yoda. I didn't watch Joelle today. I really kind of stuck into my work today. So I didn't watch Joelle or Anchor Baby. I didn't even really watch much of JLP. I think I caught most of Hake, and even Hake, I missed a little bit of his show. So, hey guys, I got a lot of work to do, you know. Well, good for Joel. Good for him. You know what? I'm going to end early. I'll have to see. The training of the human soul for advancement and joy here and in the hereafter call for the greatest possible powers of mind and heart. Psychologists and students generally admit that the first years of life are crucial in determining what the future of the child will be, physically, mentally, and spiritually. That great responsibility belongs to the right of sex, to the women who bear and nurture the whole human race. Surely no right-thinking woman could crave more responsibility nor greater proof of innate powers than that. Theirs is the right to bear and rear to maturity, as well as to influence for good or ill the precious souls of men. Well, I did talk to you, Jamie. I talked to you on my lunch break. Did you, Claude? Good for you. Hello, Zenny. Good to see you. To be a successful mother is greater than to be a successful opera singer or writer or artist. One is universal and eternal greatness, and the other merely phenomenal. Of course, a great mother could become a great artist, but if such secondary greatness is not added to that which is fundamental, it is merely an empty honor. Oh. I don't know about that. I don't think that a woman who doesn't have or isn't a mother that is a great artist isn't, is less just because she's, or her honor and her craft is somehow less because she doesn't have children. I don't really agree with that kind of thought. Nice. Good for him. I called you twice, Jamie. One day, my young son said to me, "Mother, boys are more important than girls, aren't they? For they can become presidents and generals and famous people." And they had famous women back in 1963. What's wrong with her son? I replied, "But it is mothers who make presidents and statesmen and musicians. The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world." Ooh. Ooh. What a man wants. He wants a wife who delights in bearing him sons and daughters. He may complain and even oppose the birth of more children, but he would like woman to respect her function and not dishonor it. Not only her willingness to bear children, but her tender care of the children are important to a man. The domestic goddess is always conscious and concerned about the physical care of her children. What is going on in the chat? Yeah, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is this creepy movie. That's right, Skip. Every time I look at the camera, you have to drink a beer or take a sip of your beer, not drink a whole beer. Your synopsis of the film is Lord have mercy. You're one of my favorites, Irish Pub, Mick Yankee. I'm sorry, I still think of you as Irish Pub, Mick Yankee 84. I just can't sometimes, like, especially in the JLP chat, you crack me up. Sometimes I'm reading it, I'm like, you're just really good at like breaking things down into like 3 words. Okay, let me continue. Okay. The domestic goddess is always conscious and concerned about the physical care of her children, to see that they are properly fed and bathed. She takes pride in the way they look and never allows them to go hungry or cold or neglected. She is a tender, smiling, gentle, sympathetic mother who teaches her children how to be happy and offers them praise and understanding, giving them bread for their souls as well as their bodies. This is a domestic goddess. How to find joy in your role as a mother. Woman finds fulfillment in her role as mother by going the second mile and doing more than the bare stint of requirements. What is the basic requirement for a child's care? It is to feed, house, and clothe the child. The domestic goddess goes far beyond this, giving herself wholeheartedly to patient care and true devotion to her child. And in so doing, finds joy in her role as a mother. Wife duties. 1, supporting role to husband. 2, loving companion. 3, S-word partner. 4, queen of her household. I don't want to say it, S-word. You know what S-word. That was my computer, guys, okay? It was telling me that I need to free up storage space. The first 2 of the above duties are covered in the other parts of this book. It is the 4th that is an essential part of woman's role in the home. The term domestic goddess implies much more than merely good homemaking and motherhood. It suggests the woman herself as the queen of her household. There are 2 qualities which are essential for her in attaining this high position. They are self-dignity. Although the role of woman is one of self-sacrifice, there is a quality of self-dignity which keeps her role from one of servitude. It is a quality of character which I have referred to as the essential virtue for the woman. In connection with the home, it needs a particular notice. There are homes where the woman lacks this self-dignity, where she makes a slave of herself for her family, yet who, instead of being thanked for it, is rewarded with grudging toleration. She is always called upon to do this or that and is never heard to hesitate. One would think she would be appreciated. Why does her family withhold this honor from her? It is because of her own lack of self-respect. All of us carry an ideal in our minds of what a woman ought to be, but when we see this divine creature, woman, transformed into a mechanical drudge, we cannot help feeling a certain pity. In her slavery to others, she seems to be paying the natural tribute of an inferior to her superior. If, on the other hand, she does not allow others to impose on her and make unfair demands, we look upon her noble sacrifice in the home as one of an unselfish character. Her presence lights the home. Déruchette had the ability to light up her household. Her approach was like a cheerful warmth. If woman is to take her place as queen of her household, she must not appear as a tired, cross, sober, and disinterested homemaker. Shout out to Jamie for pulling up. Oh, Jamie. See, I told you what would happen. But he wanted to stake his claim on me, I suppose. Which I can't say displeases me at all. Pardon me. Do not think that the domestic goddess is beyond your capabilities. God assigned you this responsibility and therefore has given you every potential for its fulfillment. If you will call upon your hidden talents and powers, our debt to society. Although becoming the domestic goddess is our responsibility, it can become a narrow existence if continued indefinitely with no thought for others. We do owe a certain public good to the world, and it is such benevolence that enriches a woman's life. If the homemaker can increase her efficiency at home so she may be able to help those in need, she will become a better person and an even better mother and wife. Hello, Clay. Good to see you. A matter of character. It is easy to see that motherhood requires character, but you might not have thought that homemaking does. Of course it does. Good homemaking, however, is essentially a matter of character. For example, self-centeredness. Women who are poor homemakers display a lack of character by thinking too much of how they like to spend their time and too little about the feelings and needs of their families. Hours spent talking on the phone, browsing through shops, primping, and in other selfish pursuits while neglecting their home duties indicates a weakness of character. You forgive your fascinating womanhood? Oh, yes, he was marrying his stop having sex out of wedlock shirt. Was that today or yesterday? Hours spent online. I do think, yes, the hours spent online do interfere with my homemaking, I must say, looking around. Just think, one less hour spent online, I could have been tidying up a bit, organizing more, putting things away. Let me continue. 2, lack of organization. I do like that shirt. It's quite provocative. It's one of their best shirts, I think. I do think that. Maybe I should get it. Should I get it? Should I get one of those shirts? I don't know, though. I feel like the next time I buy something from them, it'll probably be more of that Punchies coffee. That's true. Time is our most precious resource, Skip Log. It is our most precious resource. It is the only one that we cannot replace. Money can be replaced, objects can be replaced, but time is finite. So anyway, let us continue. God is our pattern of perfection. He demonstrates the importance of orderliness in all of his creations, from the human body to the planets and the heavens. He says, I am a God of order, not confusion. Failure to follow this eternal example indicates a lack of character. Oh, thank you, Chris. Chris has posted the link for Punchy's coffee. Get you some. It is good. And you can get it ground too. I ordered mine ground and it smelled wonderful when it came in, and it was very good coffee. Like, it was a little pricey, obviously, but shipping was free. Three, lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge does not justify the poor housekeeper. Her unwillingness to learn, to seek, to knock and search for the knowledge that she lacks shows further weakness of character. Although becoming a domestic goddess may require effort, it is not a sacrifice, for as in other phases of fascinating womanhood, rich rewards follow, especially in the fulfillment of the womanly role is the woman blessed. For therein lies her real happiness. The following expressions will illustrate. Success story. I now know what I am doing on this earth and what happiness can come to a woman. Before, I never felt a woman was anything but a yes, dear dummy. I couldn't be happy this way, and it resulted in my being in competition with men, and especially with my husband. I made the decisions for us, and I tried to help my husband, and made every effort to convince him that I had a brain on my shoulders. All of this sent me further from what I really wanted, his love. How much easier it is now. How much more fun it is to have my whole day to do for him the things I should. I hated to lose the romantic days of our engagement and early marriage, but it's coming back, just as you said it would. I now enjoy being a woman. It's really fun. Success story. I believe most women have a crisis in their life or reach a point when they come face to face with the realization that they do not feel fulfilled. I would guess this is why so many women leave home for the glamour of the working world. The glamour of the working world. The glamour of the working world. What? What is glamorous about the working world? I don't know. I had no such desires, but did feel rather like a drudge. I was seeking for the true purpose of woman. Was it just to bear children and to do never-ending housework? I felt somewhat indispensable, and yet I couldn't convince myself that this inferior role was my lot in life. Fascinating womanhood has taught me the heavenly possibilities which are in store for women, and I have been so thrilled with the results. Success story. In the past, I have felt that motherhood was about the only real joy of womanhood for me. I used to envy men in their role in life and society. I felt trapped at home. This new concept and respect for my sex is one of the most wonderful things that has happened to me. Already my marriage is happier than I could have believed possible. My husband has a new spring in his step and a new note of authority in his voice, which is thrilling to behold. And I am finally really satisfied and happy with being a woman. Assignment. List in order of importance your 6 most essential responsibilities. If you are not certain how they should be placed, consult your husband for his interpretation. Where are the white women in the chat at? For real, Chris. Where are they? Or any women? Any women? Are any women watching right now? Where are you, Stacy? I haven't seen Stacy in a while. Where is she? Where are you at, Stacy? Maybe because Matthew hasn't been around. Oh yeah, Maina is a white woman, huh? Where are you at, Maina? Any of you? Any women? You boys are listening at how to be good women. Okay, part 2, the human qualities. 1, femininity. 2, radiates happiness. 3, fresh appearance and manner. 4, childlikeness. The human side of woman fascinates, amuses, captivates, and enchants men. It arouses a desire to protect and shelter. A man wants an angel, but he also wants a woman who is human. He is human himself, and therefore a certain of these qualities appeal to him and arouse his fascination. The human side is what a woman does and includes her appearance, her manner, and her actions. It is her extreme girlishness, her dependency upon man, her delicacy, and her femininity. Oh, I got this down pat. I definitely got all of that. Extreme girlishness, dependency, delicacy, and femininity. I got it. It is also her joyfulness, vivacity, and her teasing playfulness. Add to all this a rosy glow of vibrant health and a dash of spunk and sauciness and an underlying attitude of trust and tenderness, and you begin to build a delightfully human creature, one that will win a man's heart. Hello, Shannon. Good to see you. We have a woman. A woman has arrived. A woman has arrived to learn about fascinating womanhood. The human qualities fascinate men. They enchant him, captivate him, and amuse him, and also arouse in him a tender feeling, a desire to protect and shelter. They set off a spark or a driving force in man, and at times cause him to do what appear to be foolish things. It is now that love is blind. This is the mad infatuation and indulgence that can lead him to a pinnacle of joy or destruction. The human qualities, in some instances, will cause a man of intelligence and character to marry a girl of inferior qualities, perhaps some brainless doll that he finds irresistible. One would expect such a man to choose a more sensible companion, but her human appeal has made love blind. The fascination David Copperfield had for Dora was due to her human characteristics and caused him to turn from the angelic Agnes to marry Dora. The human qualities have tremendous appeal. If anything can be said for them, it is that they have more power over the average man than the angelic. This is so true. And this often, when you see like really godly women sometimes in church, like the old maids that have like, they do have that angelic quality, but what they've never been able to really have is the feminine, like human qualities that they talk about in this book. I totally see this now. I totally see why like some of those like really pious and godly women, like, and even women who maybe are not so, but they just naturally kind of are more, I don't know, sensible, cerebral. Like the fact is, like, those sort of women just do not arouse in a man a desire to protect. And that is really, I think, what captures a man is like that desire to like, actually be a woman's, protector. Because she needs him, because that's the thing with these women that are like maybe too sensible, too angelic, like they don't really need the man, and the man needs to be needed. I noticed this with my father. Like I watched him growing up, and he would just like, God bless him. I'm not saying this to put him down. I always was like so irritated at his taste in women because he would every now and then he would meet like a really decent woman, like a woman who had herself together, who was responsible, who was like, a decent, from my perspective as a woman, like somebody who I thought, this person might, be worth my father getting involved with, but he couldn't help himself. He needed that to be needed. And so it always led him into like seeking these women that were just like, I mean, I don't know, like they needed him. They were human. This is interesting. I'm kind of, the savior. A man wants to be a woman's savior. He wants to be her savior and protector. It's not rational. It doesn't make sense, when we try to think about it logically, but in terms of like capturing a man's love, it's an emotional thing. You could be the most decent woman in the world, the most angelic, godly person, but if you don't have those human qualities, what is he going to do for you? Like, what role is he going to serve in your life? You think about it now. Those really good, godly women, those good, pious, godly women who are never, never, in need, usually remain single their whole lives. This is so fascinating. I mean, she's really kind of like just, I mean, I've known this, but she's just put it in language where I'm like, whoa, I get it now. I get it now. I get it. Everything's clicked. You want a godly, pious woman? Sure you do, Chris. For what? I mean, you do to a certain extent. A woman has to have both qualities. She has to have those human qualities which make her need you, to be her leader, her protector, her defender, her provider. But she also needs to have those angelic qualities which make her a worthwhile companion. A woman has to have both. Definitely. He's a big guy. And he yes, he carries because he's fascinated with coming up with these ridiculous scenarios. I'm quite sure that Jamie would defend me from any danger. Oh my goodness. 6'6", Claude. Oh dear. How's the weather up there? Okay, let us continue. These are not difficult to acquire, for they are not foreign to your nature, for they are a woman's natural instincts. If you do not have them, it is because they have been suppressed. They are not unholy, for they enrich man's life, and when they are combined with the angelic, they cause a man to experience celestial love. Oh man. No, Chris, Yoda's only 5'3". What are you talking about? 5'3" with size 13 feet. Guys, you're all tall in my book. Okay. Shall I continue? I'm feeling a bit tired. I don't know if I can I get through another. Guys, I think I'm going to have to stop there. I'm only at an hour. Maybe I'll try to push through. It's not even 8 yet. I'm 5'8", Claude. 5'8". What? Are you talking to me? Are you telling me not to be a P word? What up, though, Gen Xer? Tall for a woman, I suppose it is. It's 10:30 there. It's 7:30 here. I'll push through. Excuse me. Chapter 14, Femininity, the gentle, tender quality. Oh, and shout out to C-Cell. I saw C-Cell in the chat. I forgot to give her a shout out. Shout out, girl. And Great Bowls of Fire. Good to see you as well. Shout out. Did I get everyone? Did I miss anyone? Jado, we've already said hi to. Okay. Femininity is a gentle, tender quality found in a woman's appearance, manner, and actions, and her general attitude. No other quality has so much appeal to men, for it is such a direct contrast to his own strong masculinity. This contrast, when brought to his attention, causes him to feel manly. And this realization of his own masculinity is one of the most, excuse me, I'm laughing about this, enjoyable sensations he can experience. Oh, good one, Chris. 100 push-ups a day. Chris is going to get ripped. We love to see it. We're making our bodies great again. Shout out, Gregatron. Good to see you. Okay. The extremely feminine woman is charming to men, and the woman who is completely lacking in it may even be repulsive to them. Femininity is acquired by accentuating the differences between yourself and men, not the similarities. You apply this principle in your appearance, your manner, your actions, and even your attitude. The more different you appear than men, the more feminine you become. That's right, Yoda. I don't want to talk about any of that. I mean, I always tell him when he's talking about that stuff that I don't know what he's talking about. And then I twirl my hair and my fingers and I laugh. I don't know what you're talking about. Yoda, stop causing mess. Does Gregatron love me? I do believe he loves me, but I don't know that he loves me in that way. And that's up to him to say to me, not you. Like, are we serious here? Are we going to get into this? It is up to a man to make his interest in a woman clear and plain, okay? If a man doesn't come to me directly and tell me that he wants me, I'm not going to assume that he does. Jeez, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. Well, Chris, I don't believe it was real. You were just, you gave me a little ring emoji. You didn't even slide into my like Instagram DMs or anything. You didn't even add me on Facebook or nothing. I mean, come on. Y'all guys, is it that easy? No, it isn't. It isn't that easy, Great Balls of Fire. I mean, the woman has to be receptive, but like honestly, if a guy don't come to me directly and state plainly, what he wants, I don't assume that he wants anything. Oh, Gregatron posted a link. Hold up, let me see. I might not be able to copy it. They don't come in directly. Hold up, I'm gonna have to get on YouTube. Yeah, the woman has to be receptive. Hey, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, okay? Is this your model photos? Oh, dang. Okay, Gregatron, whoa. Let me post this, guys. This is something. Greg, who is Lil Ugly? Who is this? I do like the green eyeshadow and lashes. Oh, dang. Ooh, she's got a Monroe piercing. I used to want one of those. These are kind of scandalous, Gregatron. What is happening here? Why is your belt unbuckled? Gregatron! Oh, dang. These look... What is that dress? Gregatron, no! Oh my goodness. What the? Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you kiss her for some of those shots? I mean, I don't know. Those looked intimate. A receptive woman. Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah, it is common. That is very common. Sensuous, that's a good word for it. What the? A lot of skin. But I mean, shout out to Gregatron's. He's done a lot of work on his body. Like, pretty incredible. Yeah, they made meat out of him. They made him into an object. Did you clap her cheeks? Be honest. Yeah, you looked great. I mean, you did look great. No, we're proud of you, Gregatron. We're proud of you. You hope you never see them again. I'm gonna be favoriting this page. Why is she called Little Ugly though? Shout out Gregatron. That's amazing. We love to see it. Okay, let me pull that. Nice little distraction from my book. Okay. Oh, dang, Phil Chandler's live. Quick update, maybe a little controversial. Oh, dang, controversial. Wonder what Phil's up to. Y'all remember when Phil came on my channel? That was great. Okay, anyway. Y'all stop hating. You know Gregatron looks good, guys. Come on. Gregatron is making his body great again. Or he's made it great again. Okay, let's see. To be most fascinating to men, women must wear only those materials and styles which are the least suggestive of those used by the men and which therefore make the greatest contrast to men's apparel. 1. Materials. A. Weave. Those to avoid are tweeds, herringbones, and hard finish woolens. Materials which are the extremes of femininity are chiffon, silk, lace, velvet, satin, fur, angora, and organdy. These can be worn when trying to make the most feminine appeal, but are certainly not appropriate for every occasion. Cottons, soft woolens, and synthetics can be feminine according to their weave. Colors. Colors which are strictly feminine are pastels and vivid colors. Others can be worn if weave design or basic styles are feminine. I mean, I don't know. I do think it is appropriate to have some kind of more, but I mean, I guess that is also for my position as well. There are times when I feel I need to look more business-like, and so I would gravitate towards those materials. Like I have like blazers and that kind of thing, which are good for work. Yeah, oh, cashmere, yes. Or like, you know, they look good if you're doing something professional, maybe volunteering, that kind of thing. Hello, Bruce Wayne, good to see you. Anyway. Design. Floral prints and polka dots are feminine. Others vary. Those to avoid are Glen plaids, faint dark plaids, pinstripes, shepherd, checks, herringbones, and certain geometries. However, they can be used if basic style or color is feminine. I sure do, Jamie, and I like that you appreciate that about me. I like to be prepared. I definitely do have an outfit for every occasion. I could probably use a couple more like black tie type of things. But I mean, like, I'm prepared. You know, I am prepared. I know how to look. I know how to look good. Yoda. What up, though, Mr. Matt? There's a cat on your porch? Hey, the kitten distribution system has delivered you a cat. Congratulations, Mr. Matt. You now have a cat. You better let that kitty in. Y'all think I have style? What gave it away? It's sweet. Y'all are making me. You can't hurry, love. Indeed, you can't. You think I should model as well? I mean, there is a modeling agency like a couple blocks from me. I've never bothered to step in or anything. I don't know. I'm a bit old to be modeling, but definitely I appreciate that. I did have a roommate back in the day who he was very much convinced I should be modeling. But I just never got into it. Well, I would only wear something feminine on a date. I don't dress very masculine. It's not like I would wear a pantsuit to a date. That would only be worn at work or something. Really, Bruce Wayne, that's cool. A model for an insurance ad. Hmm. Hmm. No, but I mean, I do like those kind of like tweedy sort of looks, like, English ruling class looks that those handsome women wear. I do like those sorts of looks. Riding clothes. I'd love to have some like riding pants. Not that I'm ever gonna get myself up on a horse. But that's only on a date to the pool. Like, what? Guys, stop it. Okay, style. 1. Style. Basic style. Avoid tailored styles or any suggestion of masculinity. These styles can be used, however, if an extreme feminine color or fabric such as velvet or lace is used. That's true, like a velvet blazer is very feminine. The effect can be quite charming. Extreme feminine styles are such things as full skirts, ruffles, scallops, puffed sleeves, gathers, drapes, flowing trains, and many others. These styles are not always in fashion, nor are they practical for all occasions. They are, however, feminine styles always available, which we may use for any occasion. The dress itself is feminine, since men do not wear them. It is difficult how much things have changed. It is difficult to advise a feminine style which would be suitable for all women, since we vary in figure. A safe standard would be to avoid a resemblance to masculinity, and when a most feminine style is desired, choose one quite opposite to masculinity. Yes, it is a heart. Oh, I love seals and sea lions. How many vests do I have? I have a number of vests. I have some very cute vests, actually. Jamie posted hello, Argalunas. Jamie posted a really cute video of me on his shorts, and I'm wearing like a vest he got me. It's like a puffy vest, and it has little rhinestones on it. Will you stop playing in your box? Stop it. Stop it. Ooh, you bad kitty. But yeah, he posted a really cute video of me. It's like a short, and I'm wearing a vest in it. So I have been almost finished my soda. He's digging in his box. It's irritating to me. He like just plays in it sometimes. It's so obnoxious. Stop it. It's not a toy. It's like he goes over there and he just wants to dig and dig. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I noticed a lady in the grocery store one morning in what I considered a most feminine style. Her dress was of black linen, simply cut, and around the V-neck was a white chiffon collar, double layered and quite full. She appeared to me soft, lovely, and entirely appropriate for her morning shopping. If pants are worn, they should be of feminine color or a fabric and worn with a blouse or top which softens any masculine effect. What are you talking about, you little crazy gal? I'm playing with you right now. You're doing that. Yeah, you. What are you doing? Why? Look. Can we see him up there? What are you doing up there? That's my boy. Yeah, he's been around. He's being, That's what's one of our games. He goes on the opposite side of the house and he cries. And then I yell, and then he runs as fast as he can and he gets up on his high spot. Look at you. Look at you. What you doing up there? That's right. That's right. They go up high to claim authority. That's my baby. I'm so proud of you. Look at me. What you doing over there? Look at me. You look at me. Who are you? What's up, baby? What's up? You know you the one. You know you the one. He bites me all the time. What are you talking about, Yoda? He should bite me. He does. Oh, that's gross. Really? Your dog is the oh God. Crutch-free Paradigm Z. I don't know who Matt Kahn is, so I don't know if he's cool or not. Okay, let me get back to this book, man. Okay, B, trim. Trim can give a feminine effect to an otherwise plain dress. Lace, ribbons, colorful ties, fringe, embroidery, beads, and many types of braid express a feminine look. He bites with no teeth. He noms on me with no teeth. What he'll do is he'll like grab me with his little claws and like pull me close to him, like with his little forearms. He'll like grab onto me, pull me close, and then he'll kick me with his back legs, and then he'll nom me with his little gummy mouth. It's like he doesn't even know he doesn't have teeth. And he just. Three, accessories. Avoid purses which resemble men's briefcases and shoes of masculine style. Wear soft scarves, flowers, jewelry, and ribbons. The important thing to consider is the overall impression which you give. Work for softness, airiness, delicacy, and a striking contrast to masculinity. The effect can be fascinating to a man. A mother told me that when her young son viewed an extreme of femininity, he said to his mother with awakened emotion, "Oh, mother, look, she looks so soft." The femininity of the little girl. The peel which a little girl of 4 makes in plain soiled dress, ragged stockings, untidy hair, is quite different from the appeal which the same child makes on Sunday when dressed in a lovely pink bonnet, soft organdy dress with little pink knees dimpling above little socks and shiny slippers, and with dainty ribbon and freshly curled hair setting off her bright little face. You might look upon the everyday child with indifference, but you cannot resist the impulse to gather up the Sunday child and press her to your heart. Now, if this same Sunday child, instead of dressing in the lovely Sunday outfit described, should be arrayed in a sleek tailored black dress, a severely plain dark hat with her hair plastered down close to her head, she would hardly make any appeal whatsoever. What you should have is apparel that will never let him forget that you are a woman. You should emphasize this fact as much as possible throughout the day. The principle should be applied to every item of your dress, from shoes to comb to apron to house dress and elaborate social dress. Men are affected by modern trends and may prefer that you dress conservatively in public, but usually they have secret desires or whims of how they would like you to dress at home or on special occasions. My grandfather wanted my grandmother to have a red velvet dress, but she was too conservative to heed his wish. Oh, interesting. Feminine manner. I have pointed out the fundamentals of feminine dress and appearance, but if you do not add to this the feminine manner, The total effect can be irritating or even humorous. We all have seen women who wear the most feminine dresses, but who wear them as if they were on the wrong person. They do not carry themselves generally in a way to harmonize with their clothes. They are professors in chiffon, bears in lace, or wooden posts in organdy. Don't say that, Chris. A red velvet dress does not make a woman a W word. I'm sure the dress was, I mean, I could see why a husband would want his wife to look S-wordy on certain occasions. Like, let's say he's taking her out to a nice restaurant for their anniversary. Would you not want your wife to look, appealing to you? Would you want her to look conservative at all times, or wouldn't you rather her look dazzling at times? I would think so. I would think there's a time and a place where you would want your wife to look, ravishing maybe. What is feminine manner? It is the motions of a woman's body, the way she uses her hands, her walk, and her talk, the sound of her voice, her facial expressions, and her laugh. It seems to be more important than that of appearance, for it is greater contrast to masculine strength and firmness. David Copperfield was fascinated by Dora's enchanting manner. The way she patted the horses, spanked her little dog, or held her flowers against her chin were attractive to him. She had the most delightful little voice, the brightest little laugh, and the pleasantest and most fascinating little ways. Your woman's going to wear a burqa. Indeed, she is not. Look, Joel wanted his wife to wear a burqa, and look. Does she wear a burqa? No. A Glimpse into Femininity in The Cloister and the Hearth by Charles Reade is an illustration of the thrilling sensation the feminine manner can awaken in a man. Oh my goodness, here we go. Then came a little difficulty. Gerard could not tie his ribbon as Catherine, his mother, had tied it. Margaret, after slyly eyeing his efforts for some time, offered to help him, for at her age girls love to be coy and tender, saucy and gentle by turns. Then a fair head with its stately crown of auburn curls, glossy and glowing through silver, bowed sweetly towards him, and while it ravished his eye, two white supple hands played delicately upon the stubborn ribbon and molded it with soft and airy touches. Then a heavenly thrill ran through the innocent young man, and the vague glimpses of a new world of feeling and sentiment opened to him. And these new exquisite sensations Margaret unwittingly prolonged. It is not natural to her sex to hurry aught that pertains to the sacred toilet. Nay, when the taper fingers had at last subjugated the ends of the knot, her mind was not quite easy till, by a maneuver peculiar to the female hand, she made her palm convex, and so applied it with a gentle pressure to the center of the knot, a sweet little coaxing hand kiss, as much as to say, now be a good knot and say so. There, that was how it was, said Margaret, and drew back up to take one last survey of her work. Then, looking up for simple approval of her skill, received full in her eyes a longing gaze of such adoration as made her lower them quickly and color all over. God bless our grandmas. I am named after both of my grandmothers, so that's nice. Ooh, one of your grandmas lived till 98. My goodness. Grandma Strange, indeed. How to acquire a feminine manner. Acquire a feminine manner by accentuating the differences between yourself and men, not the similarities. Since men are strong, tough, firm, and heavy in manner, you must be delicate, tender, gentle, and light. You show this by the way you walk, talk, use your hands, and carry yourself generally. 1. The hands. We have seen how Dora and Margaret charmed men with the use of their hands. We use our hands so constantly that it is, of course, an important part of the feminine manner. The manner in which you shake hands with men is important. There should be a gentleness and never firmness and strength. Although you are trying to fascinate only your own husband, you will have to make femininity a consistent part of your personality. You will be proud of the feminine impression which you give to others. And when you take a man's arm, place yours lightly on his and do not use him as a support and as you would a crutch. 2. The walk. The most important part of the feminine manner is the walk. Déruchette had the graceful repose of the West Indian woman. Imagine that you weigh 95 pounds. The many points stressed in charm classes, such as toes pointing forward, walk a straight line with head erect, add to charm, but they are not as essential to femininity as lightness, softness, and grace. Yoda, come on. I'm not a fan of people making up names either. The Mormons are really into that, like, or just spelling names in the most ridiculous manner possible. I know. Shout out to Jamie's filter. Oh wow. That's true. That's true, Skiplug. They did seem to be tougher. Oh no, that's not toxoplasmosis. Mr. Mad, you have a cat now. Stop being silly. Let your cat in. Let it sleep in your bed. Buy it a box. That's your baby now. Your world is about to grow in ways you never, ever, ever could imagine. Yoda, Yoda, please. Well, I highly recommend it, Chris. I mean, Jamie has 2 cats. Who else has a cat? Tim has a cat. All these guys have cat. My cat is not a member of the LGBT community. Unless you mean the let's get this bread community. He is a member of that. I don't know. I mean, cats, it's honestly like all guys are weird, Chris, but when a guy has a cat, it's honestly like a green flag to most girls. Honestly, like most women see a guy like has a cat, it's like, okay, this guy isn't a total jerk. Because if you can deal with a cat, you can deal with a woman. You know what I mean? Like if you can handle a cat, it's clear that you're going to be able to deal with a woman, her moodiness, all of that stuff. And also you're not going to be like some kind of like, I don't know, narcissist. It's really a green flag. When I see a cat, like guy has a cat and like loves his cats, takes good care of his cats, I'm like, okay, this guy is decent. Yeah, most of the time they do make Yankee. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Heck yeah. You're you're a cat guy. Oh no, you're allergic to cats. That's horrible. Shout out to C-Sal's Bible study channel. I can't wait to see what she does. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon. And being allergic to cats, I don't know. I would be so upset. I love them so much. I don't know though, like I never was looking for Nero. He just showed up, you know? So right on, Shannon. I know I feel like if I ever became allergic, I just like would still have them. I mean, I don't know. I didn't go out of my way to have Nero. He just came to me, and I think that's if they come to you, that's your baby. You know what I mean? Like when they just show up like that, they do seem like they're meant to be. I said I was looking forward to seeing his hair, Yoda. I said I was looking forward to seeing it. I didn't say I liked it. I have not seen it. I don't know what a Megatron is. I will admit that. But that does not mean that I'm not looking forward to seeing Gregatron's haircut. I very much am. I may not know what a Megatron is, but I am looking forward to it. See, and you know what? Mickey Yankee 84 doesn't know what a Megatron is either. I assume it's some sort of transformer type thing. I know, I'm being distracted. Let me get back to my book. Okay. 3. The voice. Dora had a delightful little voice. The feminine voice is gentle, tender, and variable. It can be high and bubbling or soft and mellow, and at times even whispery, but it is never firm, loud, or harsh. 4, the laugh. There are some women who laugh in a very unfeminine manner. They open their mouths wide, throw back their heads, close their eyes, and roar. If these extremes are avoided, the laugh will probably be at least acceptable. Oh dear. You better let that cat in. That's your baby now, Mr. Mad. That's your baby. That was funny, but he was like, Terri, what's a Megatron? They, them is bad. Not everyone in the LGBT community is a they, them. Oh my goodness. The cooing or purring quality. This is an extreme feminine quality. Déruchette made all kinds of gentle noises, murmurings of unspeakable delight to certain ears. It is an intimate type of conversation and is soothing and feminine to man. It is a kittenish or purring quality of a woman's voice. Yeah, I definitely have that going on. Facial expressions, harshness, bitterness, fierce frowns, and tightness across the lips all reveal an unwholesome character and destroy feminine charm. On the other hand, tender eyes, a gentle smile, and serene expression all reveal the tender quality of the spirit and therefore are feminine. Lori Lightfoot cat. Lori Lightfoot, not Lori Lightfoot. Is she a little lesbian cat? Let her in. Oh, you gonna. Oh, Mr. Mad, I'm gonna have a little girl cat. Aw. 7, conversation. Your conversation and your facial expressions are the human expressions of a gentle, tender spirit. It must radiate from the soul, but it does so through the feminine manner. It is the crowning glory of the feminine woman and is important with the husband, children, and everyone she meets. Oh, I'm sorry. Has he been traumatized? Jamie, has Jamie been traumatized? By who? Not by me. He's an X-Men or something. The gentle, tender, patient mother is the feminine one. Do not wait for some extreme emergency to show such tenderness for your children. When your little boy passes by, pat him on the head and say something like, "You little dear," or take your little girl in your arms and say, "You are just the kind of little girl I always wanted." Or rest your hands on your elder son's shoulders and say, "What a fine boy you are. I am so proud of you." These things should not be said occasionally, but daily. Be kind, sympathetic, and understanding with them in their special problems, and deliberately see that they have a steady diet of tenderness from you. This will help keep your children from going astray and will develop your feminine side more than anything you can do. Bossiness, crossness, and harshness do not make for good behavior, and they destroy feminine charm. Oh, he was traumatized by Seattle? He says he's fine. Jamie's okay. Jamie. Cat guys blow on their hot Cheetos before eating them. Well, I mean, just because somebody has a cat doesn't mean they're a cat guy. You just have a pet cat. It's not an identity. Stop identifying with it. You just are, taking care of a cat. The cat will take care of you. The feminine approach with your husband. The tender feminine approach of a woman can tame the most difficult man. The following story will illustrate. The Tiger's Whisker, an old Korean tale. The story is of Yun Ok, a married girl who came to the house of a wise sage for counsel. Her problem was this. "It is my husband, wise one," she said. "He is very dear to me. For the past 3 years, he has been fighting in the wars. Now that he has returned, he hardly speaks to me or to anyone else. If I speak, he doesn't seem to hear. When he talks at all, it is roughly. If I serve him food not to his liking, he pushes it aside and angrily leaves the room. Sometimes when he should be working in the rice field, I see him sitting idly on top of the hill, looking towards the sea. I want a potion," she said, "so he will be loving and gentle as he used to be." The wise sage instructed the young woman to get for him the whisker of a living tiger from which he would make the magic potion. At night, when her husband was asleep, she crept from her house with a bowl of rice and meat sauce in her hand. She went to the place on the mountainside where the tiger was known to live. Standing far off from the tiger's cave, she held out the bowl of food, calling the tiger to come and eat, but the tiger did not come. Oh, Gregatron. That's probably a good idea. Although, like I said, cats, you don't really decide when the cats come. They just come. Are you serious? Chicago's overrun with stray cats now? That is wild. What? Oh, Yoda, do you think they're gay together? Yoda, should I be worried? Should I be worried that Jamie and Nick are gay together? Hi, CJ. Good to see you. I know I do have all these feminine traits. Each night she returned, doing the same thing, and each time a few steps closer. Although the tiger did not come to eat, he did become accustomed to seeing her there. Yeah, yeah, shout out. It was probably Matt. Matt purchased a bunch of memberships recently. Very cool. Oh my God, Yoda! Yoda! Ew! Oh my God! What did I just read? Yoda! I would definitely mind if my husband was having an affair with another man. Don't get it twisted. That would definitely bother me very much. I would definitely mind that. I definitely wouldn't even tolerate that type of situation. Let's just be clear. Ugh. One night she approached within a stone's throw of the cave. This time the tiger came a few steps toward her and stopped. The two of them stood looking at one another in the moonlight. It happened again the following night, and this time they were so close that she could talk to him in a soft, soothing voice. Oh, yes, I was doing that. The next night, after looking carefully into her eyes, the tiger ate the food that she held out for him. After that, when Yun Ok came in the night, she found the tiger waiting for her on the trail. Nearly 6 months had passed since the night of her first visit. At last, one night after caressing the animal's head, she said, "Oh, generous animal, I must have one of your whiskers. Do not be angry with me." And she snipped off one of the whiskers. The tiger did not become angry as she had feared that he might. She went down the trail, running with the whisker tightly clutched in her hand. When she brought it to the wise sage, she examined it to see if it was real and then tossed it into the fire, causing the poor girl to become stunned. Then the sage said, "Yun Ok, is a man more vicious than a tiger? Is he less responsive to kindness and understanding? If you can win the love and confidence of a wild and bloodthirsty animal by gentleness and patience, surely you can do the same with your husband." Dang. Whoa. It is surprising to see how few women realize the potential of their femininity. We often see men and women engaged in vicious combat as though they were bloodthirsty animals. But with such a powerful weapon as femininity, a woman is rather short-sighted to use claws and fangs, excuse me. Bewitching languor. Oh yeah, I definitely got that. Fascinating womanhood. Languor is a feminine characteristic, and it is a relaxed, calm, quiet air similar to that of a cat relaxing before a fireplace. It is like a touch of velvet and is calming and appealing to men. Déruchette had at times an air of bewitching languor. Languor is a means of varying other feminine mannerisms. The opposite of languor is the nervous, high-strung woman who is always biting fingernails, jingling her keys, Nick is in the house. I didn't see him. Oh, hello, Nick. Good. Now Yoda can ask both of them. I know they really keck blocked our boy ankle baby. Good to see you. Biting, okay, high strung woman who is always biting fingernails, jingling her keys, twisting her handkerchief, or twisting her hair. I do like to twist my hair a bit. I should get on Rumble too. Yes, a different Nick. There is more than one Nick. I have gone on Rumble though sometimes to watch his show. So at least on my browser. I don't have the Rumble app or anything. You can donate through Rumble to him. I'm very upset he lost his channel. That is very lame. I don't, like. Is there something we can do? Can we write to YouTube? Do's and don'ts for the feminine manner. Don't do. 1. Slap men on the back. 2. Whistle loudly. 3. Bore at jokes. 4. Yell. 5. Gulp food. 6. Drink by throwing your head back. 7. Lean heavily on a man's arm. 8. Grasp a man's hand tightly. 9. Walk heavily. 10. Look fierce or hard. 11. Speak harshly. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't do any of those. Do. 1. Shake hands with men gracefully. 2. Speak softly and tenderly. 3. Walk lightly. 4. Eat quietly. 5. Take a man's arm lightly. 6. Look tenderly. 7. Make tender statements to your children. 8. When your husband is harsh, respond with the power of femininity. Assignment. If your husband is grumpy, say tenderly, "You poor dear, I think you must have had a hard day." Say to your children, a girl of any age, "How's my sweet little girl today?" To a boy, young, "You're a dear boy. Did you know that I am very proud of you?" To an older boy, "It's so wonderful to have a strong, capable son like you." Yeah. I'm not pulling up no video. I don't even know what you're talking about, Yoda. I haven't seen anything to that effect. All right, that was chapter 14. I'm going to drop it off there. We are read up to chapter 15. Oh my goodness, Yoda. Yoda, what is wrong with you? Why? Why? Why can't you be polite? I think this is Nick's first time on my channel, and here you are acting so messy. You think I should do Audible? Maybe. I don't know that I read well enough, but it's okay to curse. I don't think it's feminine to curse. But I mean, do your, it's a different Nick that got banned. We're talking about a different band. I know. Yeah, I felt like that was kind of patronizing, If a guy speaks harshly to you, just be like, "Oh, you must have had a bad day." That sounds rather patronizing and would tick me off. So I don't think I would say that, but I'd probably just be like, I probably just wouldn't respond. Don't do an edible. No, I'm not going. They just admitted it. What did they admit? What did they admit, Yoda? Yoda, what's going on? I'm concerned. Hmm. Hmm. Yoda, I don't believe you're looking out for me in the slightest. Wow. Oh my goodness. What a mess. What a mess. I'm like trying to think of like, okay, what song am I gonna wrap this up with? Well, we played Marion at the beginning. Why don't I pull up another Marion song off of their second album? Let's see. Oh yeah, I love that song. Okay. So their second album was actually produced by Johnny Marr. Cool fact. The lead singer, though, he developed a heroin addiction, unfortunately, and kind of dropped out of the music industry for a long time. He battled with it a long time. He is better now. I'm actually I follow him on Instagram. Yeah, he followed me back, y'all, which is cool. And yeah, Marion has recorded some new music to my knowledge, and they've done some shows since then. But yeah, it's well, anyway, I will play you another song by them and wrap it up. Yeah, you better don't be gay taking advantage of me. No, don't call Jamie babe. You swear Jamie isn't gay? Yeah, people always think this is tattoos. It's really funny. People be like, "Oh, I love your ink," and I'm like, "Thank you," because I do have tattoos, but they're thinking it's my shirt. I don't know. I definitely would care of Wild Heart. Like Jamie can do better than Wild Heart. Come on. Come on. Shout out to Wild Heart. I hope he's doing well. We love him if we love anybody. Oh, dang it. I'm such a boomer with this. Really? Okay, maybe that'll work. So I selected it. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay. Now, let's get me in that little corner there. Yeah, okay. So this is the song Sparkle from the album The Program.
Or someone has just excited me and make me know where I wanna be. Where are you now? But this sparkle couldn't stand the chill in the darkest room of our worlds. Where am I now? And everywhere we go, we always run. Lord, I don't know. And we think we have the answer, but we've not. And now we've been on our own for ages, so what have we done? She's broke many people with her ways. Your pale eyes water as her body decays. She's on her way down. Forget about her all in a bag. But these words are scratched down her chest. Where are you now? And everywhere we go, whether we run or walk or crawl. You turn to me and I stare down. And we think we have the answer, but we've not. And now we've been on our own for ages, so where do we go? Now she's convinced she's found the exit, but it's too warm. She says the things that you don't know, things that you don't know. She can't see that I and she thinks she has the answer. I hear she comes, but she's been on her own for ages. And what she does, and she's convinced she's found the exit, but it's too long. She says the things that you don't know, things that you don't know. The things you don't know. When I'm feeling low.
All right, guys, thanks for joining me for another dive into the book Fascinating Womanhood. Pretty good chapters today. Yeah, I do think so too, Jamie. Shout out to the organist at my church, Howard. He's a real one. He also plays the tuba and some other things. Hey, you want to say bye? Come on, get up here. You want to say bye? Come on, get up here. Say bye-bye. Get up here. You say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Come on. Come on. Come on, sweet boy. Come on. You know you want to say bye-bye. You say you do. You know you want mama, and you say bye-bye. Come here. Come here. Come say bye-bye. Come on, sweetie. Say bye-bye. Get up here and say bye-bye. Don't just say it from down there. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my sweet boy. Mm-hmm. Say bye-bye. We say bye-bye. Mm-hmm. Look up in the cameras up there. Good night, everybody. Good night. Yeah. Oh. All right. Bye, y'all. See you next time. Yeah, Marion, guys, check them out.